let's talk about testosterone. So, just watched this one by Zerk Fitness, Dark Truth about TRT, right? And of course, I was a competitive cyclist, and a lot of guys are taking it, right? Anyway, let's talk about my experience, because I don't take any of this stuff. Actually, I don't take anything. So, first thing is, here's my blood test. I started taking my own blood test in 2017. I pay for it all myself. Doctor's never gonna check it for you. So it was low in 2017. I'm going, wow, that's pretty low. I mean, it wasn't that low. Risk says optimal 180, 741. I was down there. It was normal. But free testosterone was low. Okay, range 46 to 224, and I was low. But then the next year it went up, and I'm going, well, geez, maybe that's okay. I was old. I'm in my 50s by this point, right? I'm 60. I'm almost 62 now. And then I skipped actually 2019 because things weren't going well, whatever. And then finally in 2020, it took me a while to take this test because we had the pandemic, everything was closed. And you see, wow, 2.9. And this was, I couldn't move, panicking, and talk to a doctor. I always talk to a doctor, right? They never help me with any of this. And basically the doctor said, yes, I'm an old man looking for drugs, and they refused to help me. But look here, my estradiol went really high at that point. Perhaps, I was somehow ingesting female hormones up to that point and didn't know it. And that's when I had to make some personal changes, like changing the locks. Anyway, then you could see, okay, it went, after that, went back up. It was going up. Okay. And this is when, this company I was usually taking it with, they got bought by another company. And so then they changed the format. So I've got other tests, but they're not on the same PDF. All right. So then this was last year. So this is October 28th last year. So I'm about ready to take my test this year. I pay for this myself. It's about $1,000 a year to pay for all this. And you can see, well, my free testosterone, well, it's 61.3. Stayed pretty normal over the last 4 years. Hasn't dropped, barely. And total testosterone, 680. Wow, it's gone up a lot. This HBG is a little high. It's always been a little high. Don't know. See, here it was 58. See, 62, 58. So it's somewhere in there. Of course, it's 89 biomarkers, everything. You see my LH, FSH, everything's normal. Estradiol's back to normal. Everything's back to normal. And I don't take anything. Nothing at all. Just managing it myself. So the first thing, if you're not taking your own blood tests, you already lost. If you try to rely on a doctor, wow, I feel sorry for you guys. Yeah, I'm just laughing my big balls off. Because it's, I guess, you really don't want to take anything. I don't take really anything at all. Even, THC, no, I stopped all of that. Even alcohol, right now stopped. And we're going to see. So I'm going to be taking this blood test again, hopefully in a week or two. I have to schedule it myself. Do that. And sometimes, let me see here if I got this here. Swedish one. Yeah, so they take a lot of blood, like 10 to 12 tubes of blood. And this is what they did to me one year. So you have to be careful about when they draw the blood. This is like, and this was like in the middle of race season. So what happened was I was usually taking the test sometime in the middle of racing season, and that's a big mistake. So now I switched, to the end of the year because they were taking so much blood, and sometimes they just totally mess you up. You don't want that. So if you're taking these tests, you want them to use what's the butterfly thing, where they don't stick a new needle in every time or anything like that, because it's a lot of blood that they're going to pull out. Anyway, that's my take. And I'm feeling great right now on nothing. And I'll tell you all the stuff I did, but you wouldn't care, because I've been posting about this for years. Nobody, 0.00% of people care. That's right. That's the way it is, man. That's why our society is failing. Anyway, have fun with your teeny little balls.